Welcome back to my channel. I'm Kristen, the maker behind Yarn Theory, and today we are kicking off a new series. Each week until Christmas, I'll be sharing a quick and easy project that you can whip up in time for the holidays. Videos will be posted every Wednesday. Today we will be making a lanyard using the crochet I-cord technique. I've included a link to the blog post below that includes the list of materials and a written instructions with pictures to serve as guides. And as always, if you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It's a big help to me and you'll be notified each time I post a new tutorial. So let's get started. So once again, we're working with Bobinese braided cotton cord. Today we're using the 3mm cord in the color Sand. I love this stuff, so you'll be seeing it in a lot of tutorials. Also, you'll need a 6.5mm hook, a swivel lobster clasp. I have it in color bronze and I just love this color. You'll also need a pair of scissors and a tapestry needle. And I did not include this in the video, but you'll also need measuring tape. And that will help you measure to get the right length of cord for your lanyard. Okay, grab your cord and we'll start by making a slip knot. Then take your hook and chain 2. And this will leave you with 3 chains on your hook. And now you'll insert your hook into the middle chain and draw up a loop. And then insert it into your left chain and drop another loop. So you have 3 loops on your hook. And now taking your working cord, you'll drop a loop through the left stitch, remove your hook carefully, then drop a loop through the middle stitch, carefully remove your hook, and then drop a loop through the final stitch. Reinsert your hook through the middle and the left stitch, and now you will bring your working cord back to the left side of your work, and we'll do this again. So drop a loop through the left stitch, draw one up through the middle stitch, and then draw one up through the right stitch. So I love this technique because it's a really easy way to create a nice cord for projects such as handbags, dog leash. I've made a wristlet for my keys and even a mat strap for my yoga mat. It's very easy to do, it works up very quickly, and it just creates a really nice finishing look for some of those projects. So I would highly recommend this technique. Don't be intimidated by it. It's very easy. Admittedly, it may feel awkward at first, but once you get used to the steps, you'll fly through it, no problem at all. And so here we are, we have a nice little bit of cord. It's starting to curl up and look like a cord. And so what I'll do is I'll keep going off camera and work until our cord measures 37 inches. And then when I come back, we'll add our lobster clasp and finish our lanyard. Alright, I'm back and here's our cord now at 37 inches. I love the look of it, and what I'm here is showing you the front side of our cord, and then here's the inside of our cord. And when we do these next steps, you want to make sure that you know which side is the correct side. So take your scissors and cut about a 12-inch tail, and then take your lobster clasp and we're going to slip it over the end with our live stitches. Also make sure to pull through your tail. And now we will line up both ends of our cord, making sure that the insides of both sides are facing each other. You want to make sure that your cord is not twisted. Now thread your cord into your tapestry needle, and then we'll seam our 2 ends together. And you can use whatever technique you prefer. I'm using a invisible seam technique that you usually see in knitting. I'm choosing that because this chain looks like knit stitches, and so I'm inserting my hook behind the live stitch, bringing it behind one of the chains on the other end, and then feeding it back through the middle of that live stitch, or inserting it again through the back of the live stitch, the middle live stitch, wrapping it around the stitch on the other end, inserting it back through, and so on. And so as you can see, this technique creates a seam that looks like the other stitches. It's nice and clean. Now taking the tail from the beginning and your remaining working cord, you'll tie a double knot and then trim it to about a 1/2 inch. Don't worry about those two tails. We will tuck them in the inside of our cord and hide them away once we do our finishing touches. So here is the side where we did our seam, and then here's the side that's just a regular I-cord. And we're going to make a wrap knot to cover this area, and it also will secure our lobster clasp in place. Okay, so taking one end of your cord, you'll make a U shape over the area that you'd like to cover. And then taking your working cord, you'll begin to wrap it around your work. And making sure that you're wrapping with like even tension and nice and snug. And you'll continue wrapping until you've covered the amount of area that you'd like to cover. And here I wrapped it about 9 times. So now you'll take the end of your working cord and feed it through the loop that remains, pulling it through. Take your scissors and cut it, leaving about a 1/2 inch tail behind, and then carefully pull up the cord at the top until your tail at the bottom is hidden underneath your wrap knot. Then you'll trim what cord remains and you're all done. In real time, this took me about 15 minutes, and it's just the perfect project for markets, last minute gifts, you name it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, post them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. And again, please like, comment, and subscribe so you can get notifications about my upcoming tutorials. Bye!